怒豚荷重眼の術。これでもう重すぎて腕も上がりませんで。
Hi everyone! Today we're diving into a really interesting topic, which of-release Jutsu is the strongest in entire Naruto universe. This is already the 4th episode in our elemental series. We have already covered fire, lighting and water styles, links in the description, but just to remind new viewers, when we make these rankings, we focus only at the techniques themselves, not the shinobi who use them, because let's be honest, every shinobi has a different chakra reserve and chakra directly affects a jutsu's power. So, to be as objective as possible, we look to each technique mechanics, strengths and weaknesses to decide which of-style jutsu truly stands at the top. You can share your own top 5 in comments, I'd love to read them. Alright, let's get started. Enjoy the video. Starting off our list with an instantly overpowered jutsu from an equally legendary shinobi, Jiraiya's off-release Swamp of Underworld. The swamp covered an area of dozens of meters. That alone proves the jutsu can range from a small trap to a massive swamp covering an entire street. Here is how it actually works. Jiraiya mixes earth and water chakra, creating a semi-illusionary, semi-physical swamp that forms beneath his target. The ground instantly turns into a sticky, sinking mud pit. The more chakra Jiraiya uses, the deeper and wider the swamp becomes. The substance isn't just ordinary mud, it's a chakra-infused mire capable of swallowing even giant summons or beasts. Now, let's break down the pros and cons. Advantages: paralyzing trap. Enemies can't escape. The swamp acts like a living quicksand, dragging them down. Battlefield control. Perfect for halting advancing armies or massive creatures. Hybrid nature. Combines earth, the tone, and water suiton, making it unique among earth techniques. And just to clarify, it's not a Geikei Genkai like wood release or lava release, it's still primarily earth chakra mixed with water. Weaknesses: huge chakra cost. The wider, deeper the swamp, the more chakra it drains. Even Jiraiya with his monstrous reserves couldn't sustain it a full scale for long. Weak to fire-style cotton. Since the swamp is part earth and part water, it can try to hunt under intense heat. The databook even mentions that it loses viscosity when exposed to high temperature. Limited control area. Once the swamp is formed, the user can't move it. It's static, unlike Mukoton or sand techniques that can shift mid-battle. Overall, it is an incredible jutsu for immobilizing enemies, especially summons or small armies, but the weaknesses keep it from being higher. That's why it takes 5th place on our list. Next up, the 4th place, we have the legendary Earth release, Golem technique. We saw this one performed by Onoki, the 3rd Tsuchikage, during the fight against Madara Uchiha. This jutsu summons a gigantic stone golem, a towering humanoid made entirely of rock that can both defend and attack. It's massive in size, though not particularly fast, and serves mainly as a defensive powerhouse. Here is how it works. Onoki channels earth chakra into the ground beneath him, solidifying minerals and stone into a huge golem figure that moves under the command. He can also modify its properties using lightweight technique, making it lighter and faster, or increase its mass for devastating power. Advantages: nearly unmatched defense. Unlike the swamp technique, it's not weak to fire, can be modified for attack or defense, lighter for mobility, heavier for pull strength, extremely versatile, suitable for any battle scenario. Weaknesses: massive chakra drain. The golem requires continuous maintenance, slow movement due its huge size, vulnerable to lighting style which disrupts its chakra-bound mineral structure. Limited range. Onoki must stay relatively close to control it, coming it at 3rd place. we have Earth Release, super weighted build-up technique, also used by the great Aonoki himself. With Earth, it's when he immobilized the previous Tsuchikage Mu, and later even managed to weigh down Madara Susanoo, so Tsunade and the Raikage could strike. That alone shows how terrifyingly powerful this jutsu is in theory. Here is how it works. The user channels a chakra into any object or target, altering its mass and density without changing its form. In other words, Aonoki can literally increase gravity on command. He performs the hand seals and infuses the tone chakra into the target. The energy seeps into the structure, increasing its internal weight dramatically. The result: the enemy is slammed to the ground, completely unable to move or even crushed under their own mass. It can also be applied to terrain, making it collapse or turning it into impassable wall. Advantages: adjustable strength. Aonoki can control how heavy the target becomes, slightly, slows down the opponent, moderate, pins them to the ground, maximum, completely crushes or destroys the target. This lets him save chakra and adapt mid-battle. Can affect anything, even air. The jutsu works on both living and non-living matter, even chakra itself. That's how Aonoki managed to weigh down Madara Susanoo or even the ground beneath him. Instant effect. No change up time, the impact happens immediately. It can be used on a single limb or across in wide area, which makes it both versatile and unpredictable. Weaknesses: extremely high chakra cost, especially when affecting large areas. Heavy strain on the body, particularly dangerous for older users like Aonoki. Can't affect non-solid matter like smoke or mist, since chakra can't attach to it. Overall, this jutsu easily earns it bronze medal, a devastating and tactical weapon in the right hands. Now for the second place, Earth Release Mountain Sandwich technique, used by Kitsuchi. We saw this during the Shinobi Alliance's battle against Obito, when Kitsuchi used it to trap the massive Getter statue between two colossal slabs of earth that closed in from both sides like mountain walls. By sheer scale alone, this is one of the most destructive Doton jutsu in existence, on par with the Tails Beast attack. Honestly, it was shocking to see a front-line shinobi pull off a technique powerful enough to restrain the Getter statue, even for a short moment. That thing was literally the shell on the 10 tails. The scene itself was one of the most visually epic style moments in all of Naruto. The size of the mountains was jaw-dropping. Sadly, we didn't get to see more of Kitsuchi's potential, but this single jutsu was enough to show how strong he really was. Advantages: massive area of effect, large enough to crush the Getter statue. Instant activation. The earth responds immediately. Wide attack range, perfect for large-scale combat. Can also be used as a barrier or trap, making it tactically flexible. Weaknesses: enormous chakra consumption, requires a natural surface, non-concrete or artificial ground, can endanger allies if they are within range. So yeah, this technique is poor destruction, but its huge energy drain and area of effect risk skip it in second place. And finally, taking first place, the strongest Earth-style jutsu in my opinion, Earth Release, lightweight build-up technique, mastered by none other than the strongest Tsuchikage himself, Aonoki. This jutsu is essentially the opposite of the super-weighted build-up technique. Instead of increasing mass, it removes it, but to me, it has far greater potential. Let's just remember the moment Aonoki single-handedly stopped Madara's falling meteorite. Yeah, Gaara helped, but let's be honest, Aonoki couldn't handle it alone. The idea is simple. Any massive, heavy attack, even a meteor or the Susanoo blade, can be rendered harmless by reducing its weight. Aonoki realizes Earth chakra and synchronizes it with the object structure, altering its density. Here is how it works. The object's mass decreases drastically, reducing gravity's pull, allowing it to float or even fly. He can apply it to himself or others. And that's exactly why this jutsu takes first place. It grants flight. Think about it. A flying Earth-style user, that's almost good tire. With flight alone, a shinobi becomes incredibly dangerous. Add the ability to make allies or weapons lighter, and the possibilities are endless. Aonoki used it to support his comrades too. He lightens Gaara's scent, making it faster and more responsive. Gaara was shocked by the difference and even used it to pull Madara out of Susanoo. He also lightened the Raikage, helping him move faster in battle. Advantages: flight, an unheard of ability for Doton users. By reducing his own mass and the air beneath him, Aonoki creates an anti-gravity field, allowing him to fly freely. Precise mass control. He can make a human as light as a feather or a giant builder as light as paper. Tactical flexibility. Perfect for evasion, transportation, or rescuing allies mid-battle. Weaknesses: high chakra usage, especially for wide-range effects. Reduced stability. Lightweight objects are easier to blow away or destabilize by explosions. Physical strain. Maintaining balance in flight requires perfect chakra control. But honestly, in practice, it is an absolutely phenomenal jutsu and easily deserves first place in this ranking. What do you think? Share your own top 5 of style jutsu in the comments. I'd really love to read your opinions. That is for today's list. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and let me know that other Naruto topics you'd like to see you next. Wishing you all the best. Spread positivity, stay strong, and see you soon. Bye.